photographer, then you're truly part of us. Photo Safari Club.
Welcome to the Photo Safari Club. Today's expedition takes us to the rugged Rhodope Mountains of Eastern Europe in Bulgaria. Here, alongside renowned photojournalist Sani Doncheva, we'll embark on a high-altitude photo hunt. Sani is an avid wildlife photographer who has captured hundreds of species through her lens across the globe. Her mission today? To get up close and personal with the elusive Balkan Chamois, photographing it intimately to register this rare species on her Photo Safari Club profile. Her ultimate goal is an ambitious one: to assemble a comprehensive collection showcasing all of Bulgaria's wildlife. The Balkan Chamois, a rare gem among animals, is a subspecies of the wild goat, exclusive to the craggy summits of the Balkan Peninsula. These modest-sized creatures, tipping the scales at approximately 30 to 35 kilos, are remarkable for their resilience and their acrobatic prowess in scaling sheer cliffs. When sensing danger, the chamois emit a piercing whistle-like call and vanish into the most impenetrable rocky enclaves. In the Balmia months, they dwell in forests and meadows around 1,600 meters above sea level, descending to 800 meters during winter in their quest for sustenance. Our photographic safari commences at sites where Europe's earliest Homo sapiens left behind bones, art and tools, a testament to the wild as it stood 45,000 years ago. Nestled deep within the mountain's core, caves provided sanctuary to the continent's first settlers. Now a haven for bats and a draw for tourists, these caves once offered Homo sapiens and wild creatures like cave bears, chamois and ibex refuge from the harsh elements, as evidenced by the bones scattered throughout Bulgaria's caverns. Bulgaria stands as one of Europe's most ancient nations, remarkably preserving its name unaltered through 13 centuries of history. This country serves as a sanctuary where an extensive array of flora and fauna flourish, largely untouched by the expansive reach of human development seen across the continent. Although the boundaries of Bulgaria have receded over time, no longer encompassing the three seas, it remains a custodian of treasures from some of the continent's earliest civilizations. Millennia of nature's elemental forces have sculpted today's mountain ranges, yet only a few animal species have survived and adapted to this rugged environment. One such survivor is the Balkan Chamois, which has endured not only countless cataclysms over the ages, but also the encroachment of humans in recent decades. Our first foray into the mountains is a family outing, united by the thrill of potentially photographing an animal species most have never witnessed firsthand. Our guide, Nasko, will attempt to show us the shy goats from afar as they give birth to their young at this time of year, making them exceptionally wary. Our destination is accessible via a long but gentle mountain trail at the base of a rocky ridge where lone male goats are often spotted. The children are exhilarated by the prospect of participating in a real photo safari, but this requires preparation and skill. Spotting wildlife is an art honed through experience. The graphic example of the startled goats reminds us that wild animals do not welcome our intrusion. We must tread with utmost caution and stealth if we hope to capture them at close range. You see now, we've been on a couple of photo hunts with you. In your opinion, which is harder, hunting with a rifle or photo hunting? Well, I think both things are hard because photo hunting is again being extremely well prepared physically, being able to take the animal out. To get good pictures of it, you have to get it under 100 meters almost to photograph it. And that's also very challenging, especially a nice old goat or an old female goat. They're extremely wary, and it's very difficult to get a picture of them. So, photo hunting will not be inferior in difficulty to gun hunting either. Just to add something about photo hunting, because there is such a thing, trophy photo hunting, the requirement is that it be a close-up photo of the animal. That means the distance has to be under 30 yards. It will be quite difficult, but it is achievable, of course, to get under 30 meters. You just want the hunter to be very calm, to be physically prepared. Of course, it will be very difficult. In this aspect, which is more difficult, photo hunting will be more difficult than rifle hunting. Because after all, rifle hunting can be from 150–200 meters, and photo hunting at such a distance will be an extremely difficult thing. When you go up there, you can see the Rogin Observatory and Pamparovo. The Snezhanka Tower is visible. Day 2 of our family photo safari finds Sani determined to get close to the elusive mountain goats herself. The plan, aided by local guide Mladen, is to ascend to the very summit above the goats' territory and attempt to spot them from there, with Sani stealthily closing in as near as possible. Along the trail, we encounter fresh signs of a predator attack. It must be a rabbit, observes one member of our party. Has it been eaten? A wolf, another asks. They catch foxes too. Foxes catch rabbits. It was a big rabbit. A wolf or fox? Both predators were capable of catching and killing any of the wild animals around, including a newborn kid, explains our guide. A concentration of predators could mean only one thing. The goats had already given birth. If so, we would certainly have witnessed the largest of the feathered predators as well. The birth of the chamois kids coincides with the love call of the grouse, the largest peaceful bird in these forests. Capturing a capercaillie on film would have been a remarkable feat, yet the likelihood was slim. The bird's keen hearing would detect our approach from a distance. Approaching a wild animal within 20–30 meters demands not only stealth and silence, but also an awareness of the wind's strength and direction. Among the most formidable defenses nature has bestowed upon wild animals are their vision, hearing, and olfactory senses. For chamois, all three senses are impeccably sharp. The odds of any photo hunter getting close enough for a portrait shot of a wild chamois are exceedingly low. Even for the most adept members of the Photo Safari Club, Documenting this alpine creature, or perhaps an ibex, necessitates repeated attempts and grueling treks into remote, unreachable terrains. For Sani to officially register this species, she must capture all the necessary photographs, including 2 portrait shots of males, females, and newborns, as well as 2 behavioral shots depicting the animals' daily lives. The task is further complicated by the need to find and photograph at least one predator within the chamois food chain. At the summit, a surprise awaits. Several young goats stand silhouetted on the horizon, their mother slowly approaching from below. Our motionless stillness is unlikely to deceive the goat's keen eyesight, but even the seconds the animal spends studying our unfamiliar presence are enough for Sani to rapidly snap a few photographs from around 50-60 yards away. The photo hunter seems pleased. These are her first successful trophy shots. Crucially, the goats have not alerted the rest by hissing at us, leaving a chance we could locate a herd of does and kids on the hillside below where we observed them the previous day.
There is a herd of at least 10-15 goats in the clearing out front, and most are females with kids. There are also quite a few newborns. The mothers will be on the lookout, but I'll try to get as close to them as I can. Keep your fingers crossed for me, because there's no animal harder to debunk than a wild goat with a baby.
In the expansive, rugged terrain, a wildlife photographer creeps with exhilarating stealth, hugging the earth as she makes her daring approach towards a Balkan chamois. Hidden by minimal cover, she moves with thrilling precision, her breath held, her camera ready to capture the moment. This tense, ground-level advance is a thrilling pursuit of patience and skill, all to catch the elusive chamois off guard in its wild domain. With each tense moment, the stakes rise as any guardian of the herd could spot her presence. The chamois are vigilantly watched over by keen-eyed sentinels ready to sound an alarm at the slightest disturbance. A single whistle from these guardians would send the entire herd dashing away in the blink of an eye. Thus, her approach must be flawlessly silent and unseen, navigating the delicate balance between proximity and discretion under the watchful eyes of the chamois' protectors.
I did it. I got them. I got within 30 yards of them. Great pictures were obtained. I now have females with their young and am very pleased. Finally, an eagle showed up, and the goats flew over the rock ledge. Now I'm going to sneak to the edge to see what's going on below.
The thrill of success, the exhilaration of achieving what once seemed impossible, fuels the passion of photo hunters. The esteem of peers is gratifying, but capturing such a moment is truly invaluable.
I managed to photograph a female breastfeeding her little one.
The beautiful blue sky over the Rhodope Mountains belies a lurking danger as eagles, formidable and keen, circle with predatory intent. These majestic birds of prey pose a significant threat to the young chamois, whose inexperience and smaller size make them especially vulnerable. With their powerful talons and swift dives, the eagles can snatch unsuspecting juveniles before they have a chance to seek shelter, highlighting the brutal realities of nature where survival is never guaranteed for the smallest and the weakest. Beneath the deceptive calm of the beautiful blue sky over the Rhodope Mountains, spots known colloquially as chamois kindergartens dot the landscape. Here, clusters of baby chamois gather, frolicking under the watchful eyes of an old female guardian. These nurseries, buzzing with youthful energy, become prime hunting grounds for the giant eagles soaring above. The eagles, drawn to the commotion and vulnerability of these groups, view them as opportunities to strike. As the young play, largely unaware of the threats from above, the risk looms large that an eagle will swoop down, turning playtime into a perilous flight for survival. One unfortunate young chamois, despite its desperate attempts, could not evade the relentless grip of the eagle's talons. Caught in a moment of vulnerability, the juvenile was swiftly overtaken by the powerful predator, underscoring the harsh realities of life in the wild, where not every escape attempt ends in safety. Annually, many young chamois fall prey to the formidable talons of the large carnivorous birds patrolling the skies. These ruthless predators claim a significant toll among the burgeoning populations of chamois in the rugged mountain terrain, a stark reminder of the relentless cycle of predator and prey in the natural world. The triumph is absolute. We have secured all the photos necessary to complete and register the Balkan Chamois profile for Sani's collection in the Photo Safari Club. She even managed a shot of a predator mid-attack on the young chamois. This expedition has been an astounding triumph. The only remaining subjects to photograph to finalize the grand wildlife collection of Bulgaria are the bison, bear and wolf. But those tales await in future episodes of the Photo Safari Club.
This is the most important, right, Vlad? And so, health is the most important thing.
On our return, we once again cross paths with the elusive grey predator's trail. Mladen informs us of the presence of several formidable wolves and brown bears with cubs in the vicinity. In the next few moments, we will shadow Sani into the Balkan wilderness in pursuit of a close encounter with a roe deer. The roe deer, the smallest of the red animals in Bulgarian forests, shares its habitat with red deer and fallow deer. With the onset of spring, roe deer increasingly grace the forest meadows. As part of the collection of Bulgaria's large wild animals, photo hunters are tasked with securing close-up images of this exceedingly timid creature. Club members, akin to trophy hunters, can amass their own trophy photo collections, chronicling every endangered species on the planet. By completing specific animal collections, photo hunters foster economic interest in the wild, offering some endangered species their sole chance at protection and habitat conservation. The data and imagery from photo safaris provide zoologists with invaluable insights into the behaviors and populations of at-risk species worldwide. Most animals have limited vision, and if you remain motionless and fortunate, They may approach you of their own accord. Yet, once they detect your scent, they will vanish. Mouflons, an introduced species in Bulgaria, are not native to the country. Conversely, fallow deer, once hunted by the Thracians and subsequently extinct, have been reintroduced in recent decades. Game farms ensure the animals' sustenance and survival through winter, leading to their high summer concentration in certain areas. While tracking the elusive roe deer, photo hunters may encounter and photograph a plethora of other wildlife. Dawn proves the most opportune time to spot and photograph roe deer. This diminutive red animal is territorial, with males engaging in vocal and physical displays to claim and defend their domains. The most coveted territories are those with the highest number of females. At the peak of the mating season, numerous males embark on quests for dominance. Usually, the strongest, most developed males conquer and retain the prime territories, ruling them for years. By remaining absolutely motionless, we manage to fool the wild animal into perceiving us as an insignificant part of the landscape. A little later, the male has calmed sufficiently for Sani to seize the opportunity and inch even closer to the feeding animal. Eventually, the male relaxes enough for Sani to inch even closer to the grazing animal. Seizing moments when the deer lowers its head to feed, the photo hunter stealthily narrows the gap. Taking advantage of the moments when the deer is bent to graze, the photo hunter brings the unsuspecting roe deer even nearer. This game of hide and seek allows Sani to incredibly close to within 15 meters of the roe deer. No wild animal would permit such proximity without the hunter possessing experience, patience, luck, and a favorable wind. The rush and adrenaline of such an encounter are comprehensible only to those who have indulged in the enchantment of photo hunting. For many today, the only contact with nature is confined to parks and gardens enclosed by concrete cityscapes. But for members of the Photo Safari Club, the challenge is to venture beyond the boundaries of the familiar and comfortable, embarking on adventures into nature itself. To discover and share images and emotions from expeditions in search of exotic endangered species. This is not merely a hobby, it is a mission.